Hello and welcome to another update video about Bonk. Bonk has reacted to micro support. At least we haven't had a sustained break below the 78.6 retracement. We talked about this support area here and the trend line that they could act as support areas in the short term. And really this is or was the last chance for the bulls to turn up before we see invalidation of this 1-2 structure that we've been tracking. Quick explanation: typically a wave 2 is the best place to enter a long trade towards the end of a wave 2, because the third wave is typically the most aggressive structure in a trend. The probabilities, however, for upside follow through aren't very clear, because the move up in wave 1 failed to form a 5-wave move. So it ended as a 3-wave move, and that is just not clearly bullish. It's not necessarily bearish, but it also doesn't mean that we have, or it also means we haven't got probabilities clearly on our side. It is a bit nebulous. So it is possible to call it a wave 1 to the upside and a wave 2, yes, as long as the wave 2 holds above the red line, which is located at 151,600. That's at least the invalidation point. That's really the formal invalidation point, whereas ideally, then we have ideal support levels, and ideally the price wouldn't break below the 78.6 fib level. Well, it did, but only briefly, so it's not a sustained break, not a problem. But as I said, I don't believe this structure as such, because the wave 1 was only a 3-wave move, leaving us with very balanced probabilities. What is important though is to understand at what point could we start to assume a low has formed. For me, it would be a 5-wave move up above the B wave top. So if the price can form a 5-wave move and break above 251,860, this swing high that formed on the 17th of October, 17th of October, and if the A wave is a 5-wave move, that would be clear. Then we can watch for a B wave pullback. If it's holding a higher low, it's a setup for a C wave rally. So it means I need an impulsive rally and a corrective pullback, which would act as a setup for wave C. Pretty much a bullish thesis will be tested in the next pullback. Okay, that will be very, very important, the structure of the next pullback. Yeah, and overall, I mean, as long as we're holding now above today's low, we can watch for higher. But the thing is, bear in mind, this week is going to be volatile. I mentioned it, it's especially now where the election results are coming in, there's a lot of volatility. That's no surprise, and expect the waves to go to their extremes on a day like that, or in a week like that. Lots of up and down movement. It's a bit dangerous in the short term, right? So please note that. But I try to warn everybody. But it should be clear, in such a week. And then we've got the interest rate decision a little later in the week as well. But yeah, at the moment it's looking somewhat promising, but it's still overall, considering the normal or the movements that are normal for Bonk, it's a pretty small move so far. Nothing major yet. So I keep you updated. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.